Welcome back, my dear class 12 student. Today our subject is accountancy and chapter is a financial statement of a company. Financial statement of a company. And topic is balance sheet of a company. In the financial statement of company, I have told you previously that there is four statement actually. One is balance sheet. Balance sheet is a statement. Here not profit and loss account is used. Here profit and loss statement actually used. This is second, and third is cash flow statement. This is also the as per Companies Act 2013. This is compulsory to make final cash flow statement in a company, and you in your online class I have already started the cash flow statement. Here I will actually show you how the company's balance sheet look like and how the profit and loss statement look like, and there is also one thing, notes to accounts. According to balance sheet and profit and loss account, notes to accounts is compulsory now as per Companies Act 2013 Schedule 3. So here balance sheet of a company when we'll follow the rule of Companies Act 2013, and you have to follow this because you have registered as the Companies Act 2013 in your company. So here you cannot change anything. Whatever format they given and Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 you have to follow. And what is the format of this and what are the items will become, I will discuss today with you. So first thing is balances look like that. One is particulars, second is note to accounts. In your 11th class when you do the balance sheet, when you done the balance sheet, you didn't use the notes to account, okay, but here you have to, because as per Companies Act 2013, and here also you have to do 2 years figure. One is current years and one is previous year. Okay, so previous year data or figure you have already got from your previous year balance sheet, and you have to just put the current year balance sheet. Why these two data actually given in company's account? Suppose your machinery in the current year is 2 lakh and previous year it is 1 lakh. Okay, so you can compare. Last year your machinery's value was 1 lakh and this year 2 lakh. So that's why this you have to maintain 2 year figure in your balance sheet. So easily you can compare what is happening from previous year, and from there you can analyze what is the cash flow actually, inflow or outflow, all these things, and you can compare all the data according to previous year figure, and what is the net profit actually decrease or increase you can compare. Okay, so that's why there is a 2 year figure actually given, but in your final account or balance sheet when you done in your 11th class, there is just one column is there, this is current year figure. So that's how it is look like as per Companies Act 2013 Schedule 3. Particulars, notes to accounts, current year and previous year. What are the item will become? Now in your 11th class you have done one accounting equation. What is that? That is capital plus liability equal to asset. So here also this equation will be maintained. This equation here also maintained. Capital plus liability equal to asset. Sometimes you call the liability equal total liability equal to asset, but you have to maintain the capital plus liability equal to asset in here. So accounting equation same, total asset equal to total liability. This equation follow in company's balance sheet also. In capital there is 2 heading. In liability there is 2 heading, and in asset there is also 2 heading in your balance sheet. Okay, so total 6 headings in there. Okay, and here capital, instead of capital we call it equity. Okay, instead of capital we will call it equity in here. Here equity means the capital of a company. So first heading is equity and liabilities. Number Roman 1, equity and liabilities. First we discuss about liability side, equity and liabilities. This is the first heading. Under that there is shareholders fund. Shareholders fund. Shareholder funds means in case of company the owner is the shareholder. Who are the shareholder? They invested their money in share of a company and they are called shareholder of this company. So if there is shareholder, so there is subheading is share capital. Share capital is there. Share capital can be different type, equity share capital, preference share capital. Okay. So there is a share capital. But what amount is equity share capital? What is preference share capital? What is convertible preference share capital? Okay, what is redeemable preference share capital? You have to know from your notes to accounts. So there notes to accounts is importance is here. You have given a note and after balance sheet has done in the below side you have to do the notes of account, details of this share capital you have to write down. This is compulsory as per Companies Act 2013. Actually this means very practical, because if you write down all the equity share, preference share, all these things, then it will be mess up. So here only the total amount will come, and note, if you go to notes to account, is note number, then you can find the details of this share capital. Okay, hope you will understand. Second is reserve and surplus. Second is reserve and surplus. What is reserve and surplus? Reserve or surplus nothing but a net profit. You added the net profit with the capital. Here we added the reserve and surplus. There is different type of reserve. Capital reserve is there. Okay. Profit will be come to here. Surplus means profit. And what are the detail of this reserve and surplus? You could find in note number 2. Okay, so the note number is very important in the case of finance and balance sheet of a company. So there, third is money received against share warrant. Number C, money received against share warrant. Sometimes shareholder or share capital can be, their capital can be as a form of share warrants. Okay, this is actually not your syllabus. You cannot in practical question in your examination you cannot find these things. So this is not very much important to you, but you should know what is. This is one of the thing you should come under equity and liabilities, money received against share warrants. Next is number 2. In capital there is 2 heading. This is number 2 heading. Share application money pending amount. So we have to write what is the application money pending in share capital. How it is happen? Suppose you issue the share in March 20. Okay, and 31st March you close your accounts. Okay, and that time you receive 2 crore application. But your total share issue will last closing date is, application last closing date is 15 April. Okay, so this 31st March you have to do your balance sheet and you receive 2 crore, and this process is not ending. Here you also receive some application. Okay, here you receive, actually the money you already received within 31st March, bank account debit to share capital. So this amount you should show in here. What is the, but still not, no allotment has been made. After 15 April, the directors or the management will decide who will actually get the share. Okay. Now the only the application process is running out, but is still the time you received, the money, you received the application, but you have to close your balance sheet, you have to make your balance sheet as the date of 31st March, so you have to show this. That's how here one heading is comes share application pending amounts. This is share application money pending amount all about. Okay, hope you all understand how this actually come to your balance sheet. Now come to your liabilities. This is all about capital. So number 3 board heading is non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities. And what are the subheadings? Non-current liabilities. First is long-term borrowings. Long-term borrowings. Okay, long-term borrowings. What is long-term borrowings? Long-term borrowing is when you, long-term borrowings means when you take your loan for long time, that is called in form of cash, that is called long-term borrowings. Now second is deferred tax liabilities. Deferred tax liabilities. What is deferred tax liabilities? Deferred tax liabilities is also comes to under non-current liabilities. So deferred tax liabilities means there is actually in income tax they follow different type of things, and in corporate accounting profit is different from income tax profit. How this is different? One example is depreciation. In corporate accounting, when you do account depreciation in your 11th class, you hardly find 20% or 30% rate. Basically 10, 15, 20% rate is there, hardly find the 30% rate. But in case of computer, in income tax, the rate is 60%. Okay, the rate is 60%. So your profit will be less. So there is difference between corporate accounting profit and income tax profit. And for that there is a tax liability, there may be some tax liability, and this tax liability actually called the non-deferred tax liabilities. Deferred means you have to pay delayed payment, you can paid it in delayed. Okay, it is not income tax said that current year you have to pay this deferred tax liabilities. What is difference? This time you just, because you already made your accounts in 31st March, so you have to pay it in next year. Tax will be paid to next year, not the current year. Okay, if your accounting period is 1920, then that is March 31, 2020, then you have to pay your tax in April or March, April, May, June, July, in this month of 2020. That means next financial year. Okay, so that's how this is also not in your syllabus mainly, and not you can find very much in your balance sheet, but still you should know what is deferred tax liabilities, because it is in company's account balance sheet you can find. Other long-term liabilities. Other long-term liabilities. What is other long-term liabilities? Now, other long-term liabilities means, suppose you purchase a machinery and you have to, and you paid them, you didn't pay it immediately. Okay, you actually take this machinery is in installment, which actually we said as EMI. Okay, EMI, installment. But here long-term borrowing you also take the loan, but here you actually take the loan in the form of cash. Here you take the loan as a form of different installment. Okay, this is one of the example of long-term liabilities. You purchase machinery and actually paid this EMI in long time for this machinery and this machinery actually you paid in long time, that is called long term, other long term liabilities. So this is one of the example, there is other example also, but now come to point number D, other long term provision. Other long term provision. What is the example of other long term provision? There is lots of provision made for your organization. Suppose you made your provision, company made sometime your provision for gratuity of the employee. Okay, because your employee joined now, but he will retire after 20 years. So this is called, this gratuity amount is a provisionally made the company for their account, and actually this is a liability. After retirement you have to pay this amount to your employee. Okay, so hope you have understand the equity and liability parts. Next day we will actually discuss about the asset side. What are the asset side of the company's balance sheet? So thank you for today. Hope you are safe and well in your home.